We'll now be using Scoutbook to track the Scout's progress in Pack 231. You can find Scoutbook on the internet at www.scoutbook.com. So the first thing you want to do is log in. Once you're logged in, you'll see a screen that looks a lot like this, where there are forums, videos, news. But I wanted to draw your attention to this forum up at the top for Pack 231, although there are no posts there now. This is a forum that is only for our pack to use, so if you ever want to bring up comments or questions, you can always start a new thread and then others in the pack can chip in and add to that thread. What you're going to be looking for most of the time is found under My Dashboard, and that's where you'll find the records for your son. So for this example, I'm going to click on Caleb, who is my son who is in Webelos, and here you'll find that you can see all the awards that he's already received in Cub Scouting. You can edit your son's profile, and I would encourage you to go into that and make sure that the information is correct. The thing that's most important though as a parent is the advancement option. This is where you can enter in anything that you do together at home with your son. So for example, my son is working towards his Webelos rank. I would just click on the rank. And then let's say my son just completed this item under faith of earning the religious emblem. I would put a check in that box and then I would date it. Let's say he completed it today. Then once I hit save, the Cub Scout pack leaders would be notified that Caleb has completed that requirement and he'll get credit for it. One quick tip when you're entering in advancement, let's say my son's been working on the fitness activity badge in Webelos, and he did a couple of requirements. Well, rather than enter them in one at a time, which requires you to enter a date each and every time and can be kind of slow, you can click on this quick entry menu up at the top, and anytime you're using quick entry, you just choose the scout that you're giving credit to, you put a date in, which in this case I'll just say today, and then you can just put a check mark in every requirement that they completed and choose to save. You can also add any notes or comments that you think the leaders might need to see. Now, other than advancement, there's also a menu item for awards. This is where you'll find tracking for belt loops and also the Faith in God award and the Religious Square Knot award. So this is really helpful if you want to track the progress that your son's made on these religious awards. Now, one other item that's important as a parent are reports. So here I'm looking at Caleb's record. If I click on reports, I can choose to print an individual advancement record for Caleb. And this record will be a PDF that I can print out. It shows the attendance record, which now is blank because we just started using Scoutbook. But it also shows records for everything that Caleb has completed in Cub Scouting. Now up at the top, these menus, the home icon will take you all the way back to the first screen that I showed you, which has the forums, videos, and other things. But this other icon next to it, this takes you back to the dashboard, which in my opinion is the most helpful screen you're going to find in Scoutbook. You can also, as a parent, send messages. You can choose to send a message to your son's scout leaders. So let's say I'm a parent and I want to email my son's leaders. I may want to email some parents. You see, so you have the option, you can choose who you want to email and then you can send the email out. If we go back to the dashboard, there's also events. And as scout leaders put in events, you can find out what's coming up, and you can also find out a little information about each event when you click on it. This lets me know that tonight at the den meeting, my son will be practicing an indoor flag ceremony and working on the fitness activity badge. There is also a calendar. If you click on events, you can click on My Calendar, and this shows all the events for the pack and the den that your son belongs to. And also you can subscribe to these calendars. So if I wanted to subscribe to the pack calendar, I could click this little link here and use this URL in Outlook or Apple calendars to subscribe to that calendar. I believe you can also use these links to subscribe to these calendars in Google Calendar. So hopefully that showed you a little bit of what you need to know about using Scoutbook. Again, the majority of the time you're going to log in, look at your son's records to see what he's been working on in Scouts, and then you're going to, the majority of the time, use the advancement menu to enter in anything that you do at home. So we'll be using Scoutbook more and more this year, and we hope that it'll be a great way to stay connected with parents and leaders and Scouts.